Howdy, and happy Eastern. Little bit of earthquake watch and weather forecasting, or not really. I'm not forecasting myself, I just wanted to share some observations I made. There's some seismic activity off the shore of Portugal in front of the Strait of Gibraltar, which is directly connected to St. George, and there has been some deeper quake, 36 kilometers in depth, 3.5, which might be from significance. 1 kilometer in depth. And I don't know what to think about that, because I think it's deeper than 1 kilometer, and I guess, I'm not quite sure, but I think they are measuring from sea level. And here we have a really interesting region. I have shown this once before already. We have the Dragon Bank, a Lion Bank, and a Unicorn Bank. And an interesting structure to the south in the middle. We have quite some activity going on also here in the middle of the Mediterranean, 3.6, which is really interesting. And then Greece, in Athens, we have really much earthquake activity, and there are a few also deeper ones, 14 kilometers, and then a really small one, 1.8, 14 kilometers, but also deeper than those red ones, 13 kilometers. This is a shallow one, 5, 10. So there is quite much activity on that hill near Greece. I have to check about geothermal activity in Greece or Athens region, because the quakes might be related to it. Furthermore, now I have to change the map. Kaiserstuhl volcano probably extinct. Yesterday 1.5, 7 kilometers in depth. 2 days ago 5 kilometers in depth. And also Croatia, there is again approximately at the same spot we had some big swarms some time ago, again flaring up 7 hours ago, 2.4. Yeah, I said flaring up. We had an X flare today, or some hours ago. Yeah, but I wanted to talk about the weather still, because I think it's important. Then we might start just off with the wind forecast on ground level. Here we have some northwards movement of the winds, but it's still, how to put it, wrongly made, because it should go through that, but we have this barrier still in place. And I have been watching the forecast, and it seemed that now it's a little bit plunging through, and I thought that, yeah, now it's gonna be as it should. And there's for some time there is this kind of movement which goes between Iceland and Norway. And I thought, yeah, this could indicate that there's finally this spring coming to Europe. But as I noticed, if you watch the movement of this weather system, let's go back a bit. It is trying to go there and then it turns back. It doesn't make it. And I have also, usually Europe gets the weather from the West, Americans. And at the moment, it seems that we are getting the weather from the East. And also note this. That's basically really the wrong direction of those winds. And in a way, it seems that the barrier which was here or here is now here. And it's really interesting to watch that. There are many different kinds of weather pattern oscillations which have different kinds of rhythms or cycles. But I'm not really sure about this one here. Is this just an average cycle of El Nino or these kind of things? But if you watch now, this is some 10 days ahead of it, of the point where are we now, where we are now at the moment. And if you just watch where's the wind coming from, and that's on surface winds. If you go up, they change in directions, but we are living on the surface, so I think they are the most important to us. It is coming from the north, and they are reaching quite south, those northerly winds. Again, almost, or they reach northern Africa. And that's really interesting. Furthermore, if we go back and just watch quickly about rain and thunder in the next 10 days, I have been talking about bad weather coming, and I just want to point out the region here. Yeah, it's big. It's a big region. But let's have a look at the forecast. The blue region is where we have some rain or snow. Yes, there might be snow in Middle Europe again. Now we have in Albania, Greece, Turkey. There's again this in place locked weather pattern here. This one doesn't seem to be really active at the moment, where we had those many quakes. Now it's activating again. There's a new center of low pressure system since many weeks, and I think this is messing up some of the patterns. And also, I know that's a forecast. It might be totally wrong since we have solar flares and all these kind of things that might steer up the weather patterns. And those forecasts aren't correct at all. And this is also interesting from the east. There's this kind of weather storm cell developing over Poland and maybe also into Germany, Baltic Sea. And I think it's really interesting to watch them coming from the wrong direction. And yet another Medicane. And if you watch at Central Europe next weekend, you might want to stay inside. And you also might get some food and stuff. Because you never know. No electricity for days, or floods, you can't go anywhere, broken bridges, all these kind of things. Might be expected in near future for Central Europe. We could also check rain accumulation next 3 days, next 10 days. The region I was talking about. And there is quite much to expect. 140, 115, let's say. But just the fact that there is such a wide area hit with rain or snow or hail, strong winds, you might expect some disruptions in traffic, whatever traffic, air traffic, train traffic, car traffic, transportation of goods, things as food. I just recommend for people living in the region, also maybe England, get some food next week because the weekend might get bleak. But I leave it here. There's so much stuff going on. I just wanted to point out that the spring 2022 is a spring to remember. And I guess in 2 weeks or something, you know what I meant. But I leave it here. Thanks. Bye.